Some workers could be making more money, and Denver is changing how it responds to emergencies. Here's what happened this week on The Gavel, your weekly Denver City Council wrap-up. People who build affordable housing could be getting equal pay. The Governance Committee sent to Council some clarifications on the Prevailing Wage Ordinance. Prevailing wage is the rate someone is paid for similar work. It's been in ordinance since 1950. In 2016, there was an update saying that it also applies to all work performed on city land or paid for by city funds. The Auditor's Office has authority over interpretation of these laws and found the city is not using prevailing wage guidelines for affordable housing projects. The proposed changes would clarify the scope of prevailing wages, including affordable housing projects, since city funding is used. Some city officials had concerns that this would increase the cost of the housing and could prohibit more construction in the future.
There is a path forward where the cost of affordable housing is not raised. And so we're comfortable and confident that we can move forward with this, and that this is not an either or offer that we're putting on the table to you, that we can pay prevailing wage on private projects that our city invested, and we can build affordable housing in our city without raising the costs.
Other changes would include cleaning up the ordinance language by removing outdated references to city agencies, ordinances, and practices that don't exist anymore. The city is changing how it responds to 911 calls. On Wednesday, the Health and Safety Committee heard a briefing from the Clinical Response System. It wants to direct people away from the criminal justice system and tries to intervene early during substance abuse and mental health crises.
Our role in that place is something that we are trying to really embrace and break down some of the barriers between, what it used to be is if a call went into 911, that was your on-ramp into the criminal justice system, full stop. And what we're trying to do is really kind of shift that in partnership with the rest of the city.
The 911 dispatch system is working with behavioral health professionals to help take calls and guide people to care before calling in a police officer. There are 3 clinicians covering close to a 24/7 time window. If someone needs help, the city can send the Support Team Assisted Response, or STAR team. It pairs up a mental health clinician and an EMT and helps people with homelessness issues, substance misuse, and other nonviolent situations. They are available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. There are also outreach case coordinators that help people that have had encounters with the police department by supplying appropriate resources and guides them to services to keep them out of the justice system. Committee got an update on housing plans for the year. The Community Planning Committee heard an update for the 2026 work plan from Community Planning and Development, or CPD. CPD wants more local community involvement. There are neighborhood area plans in the Northeast and Northwest, which will help create a shared vision and guidance on land issues affecting residents. More projects could be done faster. CPD wants to streamline the Denver zoning code for a more efficient process, and more than 90% of permits have been issued on time after new changes required a 180-day timeline. CPD wants to help with climate change in the city. There could be new and more efficient energy codes coming, and it's helping to install more water-resilient landscapes throughout the city. And the new universal composting and recycling regulations are sending less construction waste to landfills.
This will affect most projects. So this is residential and commercial projects, all demolition permits. Rules and regulations have been drafted, working with some subject matter experts, and we'll be posting those for public comment the first week in May.
You can find links to City Council meetings, schedules, agendas, events, and news at denvergov.org/citycouncil. Denver City Council meets every Monday at 3:30 at the City and County Building Council Chambers, or tune in live on denvertv.com or Zoom. Be sure to follow us on X, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram for Denver news, events, and information.